Credit card gotchas. For the Consumer Team Update, I'm Ernie Sprantz. When shopping for a new credit card, you'll find plenty of offers designed to entice you to apply, including upfront bonuses, low introductory teaser rates, free airfare, waived annual fees, and for those with low credit scores, secured cards. But you have to read the fine print before signing up to avoid card gotchas, such as seasonal savings, spending tiers, hidden caps, expiration dates, and missed payment penalties. With seasonal savings, cashback rewards are in rotating categories that can correspond to the season in which most people generally shop for those items. But there's a cap on how much you can earn in each category. With spending tiers, you have to watch for terms that require you to spend a certain amount to get the advertised perk. Hidden caps limit how much you can spend and still get the cashback award. For example, you may be offered 3% back on groceries, but only for the first $1,500 of expenses. After that, the award could drop to 1%. Check for expiration dates on rewards, especially with travel cards, because it often takes a long time to accumulate enough points for a ticket. Finally, missed payment penalties. Some cards deduct the points you earn in a particular month if you miss a payment. They also might charge you a reinstatement fee to get the points back. Setting up account alerts for payment due dates or arranging to have your bill automatically paid out of your checking account will help you avoid losing your rewards. Get consumer information anytime at myconsumerteam.com. Reporting from New York for the Consumer Team Update, I'm Ernie Sprantz.
The Consumer Team, 1080 KRLD. Thank you for listening today. Let's talk about sales for a minute. Americans love our sales. Retailers know it. We love to think as consumers that we're getting the very best deal, the lowest price on a product. And you know what? Retailers across the country are more than happy to tell us what we want to hear. And this is no surprise. When you dig down deep, when you start peeling back the onion on most sales, they are not sales. They are fake sales. They are everywhere. Who does it? Well, it's easier to tell you who doesn't do it. Let's talk about this for a couple minutes. Let's talk about the big retailers that have recently been, let's just say, called out by various groups, even by authorities. TJ Maxx and Marshalls were the subject of a class action lawsuit that charged that they tricked consumers into thinking that they were getting super discounted value prices because the compare at price listed on articles of clothing was so much higher than the sale price. Again, tell people what they want to hear. Kohl's and Joseph A. Bank were taken out to the woodshed for their sales practices. Even Hobby Lobby, yes, conservative Hobby Lobby in Oklahoma City was called out for their fake sales practices. In fact, in a recent settlement with the New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, Hobby Lobby agreed to pay civil penalties as restitution. To show you how much we as consumers love sales, let's consider for a second JCPenney. As you know, several years ago, JCPenney decided to abandon sales for an everyday low pricing strategy in their stores, which is on the surface, a more honest and credible way to price products. Only problem was when pennies went to the everyday low price and got away from the sales trap, their business tanked. And now today, JCPenney is back to the doorbuster sale, and their sales have recovered. Some in consumer advocacy would say that retailers need to be regulated more. In other words, the solution to the fake sale problem is just to put the hammer down on retailers with more laws, more fines, more raking them over the coals. I'm kind of thinking that we need less government in our life these days. And plus, I think the responsibility is not necessarily with the retailers. I think it's with us. We as consumers have to be smarter. We as consumers need to understand that the information that we can gather is the leverage, is the power that will help us get the lowest price. Let's talk about this. How do you get past the fake sales? How do you get to the lowest price available on a product? Well, you start with websites like BizRate, DealTime, MySimon, Shopping.com. They're all great sites for checking prices. Based on what you put into the app, into the website, on what you want to buy, it will scrub the web. It will search the web for the best deals. Another good website for this is Price grabber. If you're in store, scanner apps are very valuable. I like Red Laser. Another good website for scanning is Scan Life to scan the barcodes. It'll find lower prices for you. Many retailers, by the way, are price matching if you can show proof of a cheaper price at a competitor. And I've had that happen with Red Laser. Show them your iPhone, show them your Android, say, hey, here it is, and they match. You know, Consumer Reports recommends using Groupon and Living Social, the discount daily deal websites. Personally, I don't know. I've never had really good luck with those websites because it seems like once I sign up, all I get are offers for Brazilian bikini wax deals. But, you know, some people like them. I'll tell you a website that's getting a lot of press, though, lately, and I haven't used it, but Google Offers is supposed to be a good source for daily deals, so you may want to consider that. You know, sales are not going anywhere. The American consumer expects them, really wants them, but if you're discerning and informed as a consumer, you understand. You know the deal. You know the game. You're educated. You have information and power on your side. You don't need a sale to get a good deal. I'd love to hear your comments on this topic. Email me at pete@myconsumerteam.com and find a blog that I wrote on this topic on our website, myconsumerteam.com. It's in the blog section. It's entitled, When a Sale is Not a Sale. In fact, in the blog, you'll find links to several stories from Consumer Reports and the Motley Fool that I used in researching this segment. And again, that information at myconsumerteam.com. All right, we are back. Hour 2 of the Consumer Team right after KRLD and CBS Top of the Hour News. We'll talk about how to get your 401k tax-free forever. And after that, buying a car with bad credit. Richard Walsh will join us and learn why people with credit dings are a huge target, why they overpay big time for cars. We'll tell you how to rebuild your credit, how to get a good deal on your car purchase. All that and more coming up after the top of the hour.
The Consumer Team is back right after the news.
MyConsumerTeam.com. Consumer news 24/7.
The voice of the consumer. The Consumer Team.
The preceding was a paid commercial program paid for by the Consumer Team and does not reflect the opinions or advice of KRLD or CBS Radio.